I'm London Jen. Welcome to the Jennn O'Clcok news, where every day I bring you the latest news and trending topics in battle rap, plus all the scroll stoppers I see on my timeline, and hope to mess up a little less than I did the day before. That 10 seconds when it turns red on the countdown, and I still can't trust that I'm live yet. I still don't trust all the behind the scenes controls, and there's like a 15-second delay or something, so the panic and anxiety that goes through me in those fights. Anyway, enough about my mental panics. ARP gives Clips an ultimatum. Eazy talks all things unforgivable, and if Remy owns the trenches, he answers the question everyone's been asking, and he talks about the beef with Frozenberg. Well, he announced the unforgivable podcast. He announced the unforgivable card on Frozenberg's podcast, and it was like their sort of public reunion, and they definitely were setting some things straight between them, and Eazy set them some things straight in general, including whether or not Remy Ma owns Chrome 23. We've got ARP, who's been talking a lot recently. His podcasts since retirement have become ever more frequent, and he's going in on Charlie Clips. He gave him the business early this morning, bright and early. ARP was ready. And since Eazy announced the unforgivable card, it's kind of taken the heat out of the RBE bricks back and forth with the trenches, allowing Battle Academy to come in and enter the fray. So yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. There's all that plus the scroll stoppers, the things I see on my timeline and have to pause so I can bring them to you. But first up, we have Eazy, the block captain. Bear with me. Let's switch. Not there. Come on, Jen. Okay, right. We've got Eazy, the block captain, who announced the unforgivable card yesterday. All 3 rounds, every battle on the card is all 3 rounds. He heard that from the bull himself, and he's battling Charlie Clips. Now, they teased this battle earlier on in the year. They gave us like a little taste of what might happen in the battle, and now it's here, right? Now it's here. I don't know how much excitement there was for it when it was announced, obviously because of Charlie Clips's recent performances, but yeah, it's something he talked about on the Frozenberg podcast Superstream, on the Frozenberg Superstream. Eazy went on there as the surprise guest, and it was a hilarious start. You had Eazy there sitting. Did he have his feet up on the desk? He was sitting on he was sitting in Frozen's chair, and the Brosenbergs were nowhere in sight. And then, and then Frozenberg comes in, or the bros come in, and basically Frozenberg's telling him everything that's happened since he was last here. And it was like, when your ex comes around the first time after a breakup and pointing out everything new type shit. But it was a very entertaining talk. They obviously have great chemistry. They had a great podcast together. Something they talked about the breakdown of, and they addressed their issues live. Oh my goodness, hold on 1 second, excuse me. Let me hit that water. They both kind of accepted some blame in their fallout. Obviously, they had their podcast together. They seemed to be, getting on great. Everything was cook and curry. And then all of a sudden, it seemed like there were some shots fired. And then the podcast was no more. But they talked about all of it. They rehashed their shit live on air, went back right to the beginning, debated where it came from both sides, their different perspectives, and what was going on in each other's minds at the time. And it got really heated. Um, it was, for the most part, quite an amiable conversation, but they disagreed at various points, and it seemed like even Rosenberg got a little stray. And a little tidbit there was that their entourages got mixed up in a physical altercation at the Chrome 23 event. I'm guessing it was when Rosenberg battled Shayna Ashley and Eazy battled Gotti. And yeah, they talked about that, but it seemed like Eazy was saying he didn't know Wagwan, and he didn't know, or he said he didn't know that it was Rosenberg's people, but Rosenberg was like, I was down there like shouting for help, and you were just up there eating chicken wings, like who knows what happened there. But it did seem like there's still, you know, I guess there's two sides to every story, and somewhere in between lies the accurate version of events. But they definitely came to an accord at the end. They gave each other props and moved on to talk about the Trenches Unforgivable card. So yeah, uh, Eazy battling Charlie Clips, Unforgivable weekend, and it's going down on the same weekend that Chrome 23 are having their Miami Nights card. It's similar themed trailers and matching promo. It all looks really glossy. It's all very exciting, very glamorous, very Miami Vice, I think, as Eazy said. But yeah, obviously, so it's the typical kind of that 80s neon Miami look. Something that struck me as very interesting is in Eazy's trailer at the end of it, he's talking about unforgivable. And he says, know that it's more than just a word. It's a warning, a reminder of the consequences of our actions. I just thought that, with Eazy's kind of various storylines in 2023, that could tie into any one of them potentially. I don't know if he was addressing any or either of them. That just struck me as interesting. And with the name being Unforgivable, it also made me think, I wonder if someone told him that he did something, that what he did was unforgivable. And this is like a little silent shot as well to whoever, like he said, only they know, only they will pick up on it. But it struck me. I wonder if that was the case. But an exciting card. And he talked about, obviously, like I said, Chrome 23, Trenches. Everyone's been waiting for a Chrome 23 announcement. Trenches have been, they started their, the tournament, but there hasn't been anything big. Rosenberg mentioned it, we haven't seen you since the John battle. We've been waiting for Chrome, we've been waiting for Trenches, and now they kind of lockstep announce a weekender, essentially. Well, go on for that. Rosenberg asked him straight up, does Remy own the Trenches? And Eazy said, Remy doesn't own the Trenches, but she owns the Trenches, which was kind of reminded me of Glow Ritter's recent, at the end of the day gonna end, or the day's gotta end. And then he kind of was saying, Remy backs the Trenches essentially. And he made, he was saying they're very in lockstep. Yeah, he even said the Zan and Chirac battle that is going down on Chrome 23 was originally a battle he had booked or wanted to book, but they moved it over to Chrome. And he was saying Chrome Trenches essentially like, a feeder league. Things will work like that, I guess, where Zan maybe had booked it a while ago, and Zan and Chirac had really raised their stock, as of last year, but from the champion discussion as well, particularly with Chirac. Um, maybe that was why it got bumped up. But yeah, he was saying it's a very kind of two-way street over there. As to the Charlie Clips battle, he says he doesn't think it's a landslide. Now, there's a lot of people obviously been saying that this is an easy kill for Eazy. Charlie Clips has been ever more unreliable of late, and just when you think, okay, he's got to bring 3 rounds, he's got to bring the Charlie Clips to this one, he doesn't. But Eazy says Clips knows that he can't mess up here like this. If any battle is his route to redemption, it's this one. So I guess that's true. This battle potentially, will have a lot of eyes on it if Charlie Clips does well, more so than other opponents. If he gives Eazy a good battle, if they have a good battle, it's supposed to be right the other way around. But with Charlie Clips' stature, but he's so unreliable, it really is on him to do what he's got to do. And Eazy was saying it's tough for me, he's really got to work hard to sell this battle because Clips is so unreliable. But we shall see. Clips doesn't really speak too much. Hopefully we'll get Uncle Ra knowledge or someone popping up on him and he'll give us a little talk. But somebody who definitely gave Clips a talking to was ARP. Now, he saw the flyer announcement, saw the flyer, and was happy to retweet it. No mention of Charlie Clips, who obviously didn't fulfill his last battle on RBE recently against Jag, one of the full circle battle. But he later said, someone questioned, well, I'll go on for that, and he said something like, Clips is my guy, and then he dropped his early morning blog titled Charlie Clips might be done after this. And he was talking about, now that I'm retired, I don't need to play politics anymore, and I'm basically coming to uphold standards. There's certain standards that need to be maintained, and I'm not going to hold back on talking about that. I'm in a different role now, and I can do that. So he said he will be buying the pay-per-view for the Trenches Unforgivable card, Eazy Charlie Clips, and he's supporting it. He loves the card, and he said Clips is my guy, but after this he may stop purchasing any Charlie Clips product after this if Charlie doesn't mess up. Like, he's not interested in financially, putting his hand in his pocket and buying a pay-per-view for Charlie Clips if he if he has another bad showing. He did say that when Clips had to cancel the Jag battle or postpone, back out, whatever you want to frame it, Clips offered to pay him out of pocket. He didn't say how much, but he said Clips did offer to give him some money. But he said he's good on that battle. I hope my background's not really loud. I'm sorry if it is. I've got a fair over this side, and I think a kids' party going on over this side, so it's very loud. Let me know if you can hear it. But he said, yeah, if Charlie Clips messes up this weekend, if we get the same old Clips that we've been getting before, if we get that mediocre, stumbling through, freestyling, barely got any material, then yeah, he doesn't want to see, he's not rebooking Clips versus Jag, or I guess it's a booking he's already got in the tuck, but he's not making that happen. He specifically said Jag. He didn't say any other he's not booking Charlie Clips, or he's cool on Charlie Clips for a while. He specifically said Jag, which I think gives him a little get out of jail free card. But he did say it's a very important battle, and he gave him an ultimatum. Let's have a look.
3 murderous Charlie Clips talent level rounds, or we got to treat this like one of your last chances. Pressure.
3. What did he say? Hold on, let's do that one more time. Come on, Jen.
3 murderous Charlie.
That was it. Murderous. 3 murderous Charlie Clips rounds is what ARP wants to see. Or this, it's up for you, basically. Now, I think, again, he's being a little generous. He's basically saying, after this, your reputation will be shot. But I think Clips' reputation pretty much is already shot. And like Eazy said, he's really got to work to persuade people that Clips is coming fully locked and loaded to give you the Clips that we all know and love, because his reputation is shot. Now, ARP said he's predicting Eazy 3-0, but he needs a classic battle, and he even incentivized him to try and beat Eazy, saying if Clips beats him, he'll add an additional $2,000 to his Jag back end. I don't know if that's extra motivation for Clips. It should be, right, for anyone, an extra 2,000, unless we're talking sort of, if that's pocket change to you, then fair enough. But it's, a little sweetener. I don't think it's going to make all the difference. Hopefully Charlie understands where his name is right now, the performances he's giving out, and where his standing is in the scene, and where it's been in the past, and he knows what he's got to do to turn that around. It's just whether he's motivated or not to do that. He's just had a new baby, or recently, so I guess that can, could potentially either make you less or more motivated, depend on, or not affect things at all. I don't know, I'm just putting it out there. Another little interesting note. At the end of the blog, ARP went on to a side note talking about the importance of reputation and talking about battlers whose word can't be trusted. And he was talking about sort of in hypotheticals, but saying, when your reputation is damaged, when when you mess things up in one area, people talk to each other, league owners talk to each other, they're not stupid. And it made me think about some other things that ARP has recently said, and just made me think about him and building alliances and potentially keeping his eyes open. But I'll say more than that if necessary. Or not if necessary, like I know something, right? I'm speculating like shit, and I will say something about what I'm speculating about if it becomes more apparent. Now, where are we going to? So the okay, we're not going there. I almost forgot a topic. Sorry, I've got my show notes and I forgot a topic off of it. We are going to Battle Academy, potentially calling out RBE Bricks. Now, Bricks and Trenches have been going back and forth about a potential league versus league card. It's got very heated. Eazy stepped in, had to say, he said some shit. Wing came in and kind of called him out on his shit, and then ARP came in and also had some. He seemed very disgruntled by what Eazy had to say. Sort of Eazy was trying to pull somebody off the card from the RBE Bricks camp, saying, you know, keep talking like that and you won't be on the card. And it seemed to rub ARP up the wrong way, like, you know, he was getting a bit big for his britches and he didn't like that talk. So yeah, there was a lot of back and forth last week. We covered a lot of it on the show here, but Battle Academy now popped out today after, what was this, yesterday? This was yesterday, following the Trenches announcement shortly after, I guess. Came out and said, I keep hearing about RB Bricks. Are they fire? Wing comes out and says, now see, she's laughing, we be minding our business and it's brick take to you, sir. Now, I guess she's saying we've been minding our business. Obviously, Trenches and Battle Academy have had their timeline bad blood, their timeline spats and you know, feuding on Instagram and Twitter and all sorts. But so I don't know if that's what Wing was alluding to there, but that's what I picked up on it. And then she said it's brick take to you. I don't know if that's a combo of bricks and intake. I have to look into that hashtag. I try to, the bricks are often in the spaces, you know, doing what they do in there, talking their team shit. And I popped in this morning hoping to hear some kind of talk about what might be going on a league versus league card. But they were actually talking Wing and Miss Hustle and Woti, so shout out to them. But I'll be tuned in to see what I'll go on with the bricks. Now, Battle Academy says, disrespectfully, y'all can get smoked. We don't have picks. And Wing replies and says, smoked, she said. I think that delusional bug is going around. I've never seen steers like this. We want run from no smoke, sir. So if RB Bricks versus Trenches isn't on the card, maybe there'll be a Battle Academy one. Maybe that will cause some more friction. Who knows? But now moving on to scroll stoppers, the things that I see on the timeline that stop me in my tracks and that I want to bring and share with you. Now, this definitely stopped me in my tracks. Look at this graphic, this beautiful graphic. The whole Chrome 23 promo has been beautiful. It normally is. This is, I love it. Very collaborative looking indeed. But this is obviously Verb versus Swamp, one of the ones that have been a battle that's been a grudge that has been building for some time, finally announced. Averb has been on Swamp's neck for the better part of 2 years, maybe even more than that actually. And yesterday he came out and says, I know now it didn't make sense anyway, not your level of skill. Swamp had writers for the tournament, not for the money on the line. For a regular battle, do what you will, who cares? But the money, Swamp, that's not right. He's saying a normal battle, you know, when there's nothing at stake, do you? I guess he's condoning. Is this Verb condoning group writing? He doesn't normally say that, right? That's interesting. Just clocked that. So he wouldn't care if Swamp had ghostwriters for other battles. Interesting. But the money, he's saying, you did it for the money, for the tournament. That's not right. Tell them I'm lying, Swamp. And then he comes out this morning again and says, Swamp still ain't answered the question. Did you have writers help that tournament when you had to face Suge, Rum and Fonz? He still ain't answered. Now, Swamp just put up this meme from Charlemagne saying, Nah, that ain't it, y'all. Now, I don't know. I'm guessing Verb isn't saying this out of the clear blue sky. I don't know what basis I don't know what sort of information he's basing his assertions on, but no doubt we will find out. This is going to be the promo to watch in the coming weeks. It's been sold for the past couple of years. I guess Verb had to find a new angle. I don't know what's there to say that hasn't already been said from his behalf, even from Swamp's behalf as well. It must be tiring from both of them. But Verb has a new angle. No doubt we shall be hearing more about it. But yeah, going down Sunday, the 5th of May, we've got almost a month of it to go. So yeah, buckle up. Interesting little tweet and exchange here that I saw from John and Eazy. John said the game changed. We must adapt. Eazy says this is a crazy game. And John said, man, oh man, most have no idea. Now, when I saw the game change, we must adapt, I thought it might have been in reference to J. Cole apologizing. The big news, right, that broke last night. And J. Cole apologizing to Kendrick for dissing him. We won't. That's a whole topic of its own. I was going to bring you some reactions, but I figured we would stick to this. Yeah, I don't know what they're referring to, but again, just something I saw that was interesting. Why am I? Okay. Why have I got... Oh, hold on. Okay, right. Here we go, sorry. Coffee took to Instagram today with a job seeking post. She listed out the job requirements. Must hate Jade, must hate cake, must hate Jade, must hate titles, must hate Jade, must hate dick salads, must hate Jade, must hate ranch. Job duties, hate Jade, stand on stage and hate Jade, fawn at Jade, growl at Jade, hate Jade. Bonuses, if you bite Jade. Experience 5 to 6 years minimum. You've got to be an experienced hater for this. Salary, Jade Stones. Send resumes to this bish dead at clogang.com. Now, this is obviously Coffee Brown battling Jade. She says, my company currently has immediate openings in Miami. A lot of openings are available. Application link on Chrome 23 bio. Positions start 5th of the 5th in Miami. Clogang. So she's rallying the troops because, and another beautiful flyer, Coffee Brown versus Jade goes down on the Chrome 23 Miami Nights card, along with E Hart, Shuni, Zan, and Chirac, Prestavia, Shayna, Ashley, and of course headlined by Verb and Swamp. That was a nice bit of promo there. I thought that was a great way to sell the flyer. Often the algorithm doesn't love when you just post up flyers on your main page. This is a great way to get people looking, what is she talking about, and to rally the troops. I'm eager to see Jade's response and to see this battle. I think definitely she will have had somewhat of a candle lit under her from the Champion of the Year talks, and maybe even some, just taking in some genuine or some of the overall talk as feedback, and will be coming to make an impression. We shall see on Sunday, May 25th for Miami Nights. Again, just beautiful. Casey J has a new track coming outside. go and check it out on Instagram. She posted a little teaser, 500 comments, and she'll drop the song. I have a feeling she's way exceeded that by now. Chess and his mama, Chess and Mama Chess, launched a podcast very recently. They have put out the first episode, and Chess posted this morning saying, tribute to his mum, forever in debt to you for what you've done for me, but I still pay it off day by day. In deep thought, episode 1 now out on redcoraluniverse.com. Sign up for free and tune into the first ever mother and son podcast. And he lets you know the episode is split into 3 parts. So go and check Chess and his mum's podcast, In Deep Thought, on redcoraluniverse.com. Now, back to Verb. We talked about Verb and Swamp going back and forth for years before the battle was just now booked. Verb and A Ward also went back and forth for years. That battle has happened. It's happened. We all saw it. We all watched what happened. We all saw A Ward beat Verb. But the beef is genuine with this one. It is not vegan. This is a real beef. These fellas do not like each other. A Ward, I think we mentioned once or twice last week them firing shots, but today A Ward just lets the timeline know, man, I've got high blood pressure. I shake my head. 130/88 at the doctor this morning. Guess I'm gonna have to change this diet up for real, huh? I would advise, perhaps if it's diet, then make healthy changes. As we're getting older, you can't eat and drink and do the same things. We have to live healthier lifestyles. So doctor's advice, follow that. But Verb says, of course you do, pizza face. You drink. That causes high blood pressure. And when you diss your religion to rap with Verb, that don't help either. God don't like ugly. And you not handsome. God don't like ugly. Basically, so your high blood pressure is because you did diss God, and that makes you ugly. They continue. Now, Ward says, I'd rather have high blood pressure than a uterus. And Verb says, that's not proven. I have a uterus. So he doesn't flat out deny it. He doesn't say that's not true. Of course I don't have a uterus. He says it's just not proven. It's proven you have high blood pressure. And if I keep it up, I'm going to turn up the stove on Papa John's face. Ward replies, how to prove you have a uterus? Wear makeup, tick. Female hand oh, you say check over there, right? Wear makeup, check. Female hand mannerisms, check. Being chased in a parking lot in your own city, check. Gossip, check. Spent money on facial features for insecurities, i.e. Botox. New teeth with an F, check. Do you talk about men all day? Check. Now, A Ward, that's hella misogynistic. I think Verb might be right. God's turning you ugly because you sinned, right? Because you shunned him in your battle with Verb, and now you're being turned ugly, because that's hella misogynistic. So, uterus owning people wear makeup, all have female hand mannerisms. I'm not opposed to that. Been chased in a I mean, that's not a uterus bearer thing. Gossip again. Biggest gossips are not necessarily women, especially not in this battle rap thing. Spent money on facial features for insecurities. Again, the male plastic surgery industry is booming. Do you talk about men all day? We are in battle rap. So many men talk about men all day. That is not just a female trait. So I'm a little rubbed up the wrong way by that. Those may be characteristics that you ascribe specifically to Verb, but we could have done without the misogyny, I guess you feel like, because Women's History Month is over, that, you know, you can do this. But as Miss Kelly, I meant to have the graphic, as Miss Kelly let me know, who runs a domestic violence charity, it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month this month, so I guess you thought you would choose violence. You would choose violence, and you acted accordingly. So shame on you, A Ward. You could have left uterus bearers out of your beef with A Verb. But yeah, I guess this will long continue. But yeah, that's the things that I saw on my timeline today that I thought I would bring you, and that's been the show for today. We're going to wrap it up now, as always, with the thing that inspired this daily run of Jennn O'Clcok News episodes every day for 100 days. I missed yesterday's episode. I feel shame. I wish I did, and I feel that was a real lack of discipline, and that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to develop consistency and to be more disciplined and to not procrastinate. And I procrastinated myself out of a show yesterday until I fell asleep, and then it was too late. So I was inspired by a young man, or a man by the name of Koj. He's a battle rapper from the UK, and he has embarked upon a beat making series, a challenge where he makes a beat every day, raps the 16 to it, records it, and uploads it to TikTok and his socials. And the challenge is 1 a day till 100k. I need you to go and follow Koj Lives on all platforms, particularly TikTok. I am not subscribed here on this view because I took a screenshot on my Mac, but I'm definitely following Koj on TikTok. I think he's one of like 2 people I follow or something. So yeah, his freestyles have been really dope, really consistent, and the beats are great too. There's so much variety and depth in there. And because I missed the show yesterday, I'm going to give you number 7. Oh, what did I just... It was me. I'm going to give you number 7 and number 8. So we're going back to back with it, Drake style. This is Koj Lives, 1 a day till 100k, number 7. For context, we've gone right back to the beginning, but he's on like day 100, so he's where I am at, and he hasn't missed a beat. He hasn't dropped a day. I couldn't make it to 7, so salute to Koj. What he's doing is incredibly inspirational.
One a day till 100k. I said I'm swinging for the hills when I step up to the plate. Yet another home run. They pray my next is a mistake, but I ain't never striking out. I got the techers for the play, like Shaun of the Dead. Watch me break records in their face. I'm the type of draft pick you couldn't handle in the playoffs. If I want to talk to you, I light a candle for your seance. You an artist? Do not touch my canvas with your crayons. Those that follow orders couldn't manage in this chaos. When I'm dropping these, there's lots of tweets with lines I wrote. They say quality over quantity, but why not both? Sometimes living in this age feel like the Twilight Zone, but I don't know the amount of times my mind got blown. But it'd be silly to assume that you were similar to me. What is pivotal to you is just trivial to me. And you'll never rock the boat. This is a ship that I'm a captain of. I never needed practice, still I'm flyer than Aladdin's rug. cold.
Okay, Cole, that was number 7. Let's go day number 8.
Look, they told me to keep going. I know people sold their souls for a cheap moment. I leave Earth, they find it their feet, but I keep floating. I'm so sick, so cold, my flow could release COVID.
Okay, I feel like that wasn't number 8, and I just picked up something by mistake. And if it was, no, that wasn't number 8. I picked up something by mistake. I'll bring you number 8 tomorrow. But like I say, in the meantime, follow Koj. Thank you to everybody for tuning in today. And I will get a regular time together, I promise. Hopefully I'll have it all together by the end of the week. I'm still working on production. I changed a few things around, got rid of some things that I didn't like, added a few more things, but it's a work in progress. I still need some more bits, and I'll work on the time. The production is a little bit of a nightmare, but I'm getting it more and more smooth. That's one of the reasons why but I'm coming to you earlier, and hopefully this will be a morning show. One day it will be a morning show. Thank you to everyone tuning in. Hit the like if you enjoyed it, and if you're first time here and you're still here now, I'm guessing you kind of enjoyed this, right? If that's the case, considering hitting like, subscribing, sharing it on your timeline. It really helps to push the show in the algorithm, and I really want to make the show something special and something that really you don't want to miss on a daily basis. So if you like my shit, then help me get there. But on that note, we are out. I am out. We are out.